Hey everyone, Alex here with Off the Cuff Reviews. I am back again to bring you guys a special new video. This time we're going to be covering the movie Promising Young Woman. And I just watched the movie, so I wanted to get my thoughts out right away. And here are my initial thoughts about this film. So Promising Young Woman stars Carey Mulligan, and it's about a woman who goes and tries to get revenge on men who hurt her as well as other people in her life. And it that's basically the synopsis. You can kind of get that from the trailer, although this film does pretty much all of the predictable things that you can expect from a movie like this. If you did watch the trailer, you can pretty much predict every single thing that happens up until the ending. The ending is something that kind of polarized fans. It definitely split me on the movie myself. So when I was watching this, I thought that even though it was predictable throughout the rest of the film, I thought that it was acted well, it was scripted well, directed well, although I would have liked to see more disturbing elements. I can get into that in a second, but I wanted to kind of talk about that ending because this is going to be spoiler free. I'm not going to actually spoil the ending for you, but it doesn't end the way that you expect, especially when you the way, like, you remember how I said it was predictable? Well, it's predictable all the way up until the ending, and then you're just left there kind of like wanting more. But I felt that kind of way throughout the entire movie. I wanted more from it. I wanted more from this movie. I wanted more especially because of the way that everyone else is talking about the movie. Everyone else is acting like there's a lot more to this when there isn't. And that is my main problem with it, is that when you hear other people's reviews or you hear people talking about it or you hear word of mouth and people are saying all these great things about it, and then you get to the movie and you're expecting something that isn't there. And just because your friend told you that you should have expected something specific, and like, you don't really get that. I wanted it to be more disturbing. I wanted there to be more gore. There's no gore at all. You pretty much don't see anything bad in this movie, like, at all on screen. In fact, I don't think it actually deserves the R rating. It deserves a PG-13 rating because that's what this movie is. It's a PG-13 movie. You're kind of left there wanting more, and that's what I wanted. I wanted more out of this. The acting's good. The directing is good, I guess. The cinematography is pretty good. The script is good, but it's lacking in the elements of pretty much all of it. Like, all of it. I wanted more of the entire thing. I wanted way more. And with that ending, like, that is not the ending that I wanted at all. Like, that's not even close to the ending. It's not even close to this ending. Like, they didn't even deserve that ending. It first of all, the ending's kind of shitty, and on top of it, they didn't even deserve to do that, which is why it's so shitty. They didn't even deserve that because they were working up to something better, and they could have probably brought the film home. They could have really brought that film home and really sold this film with a good ending, and I would have overlooked all of the other parts about it, but they fucked up. And I enjoyed this movie. It was fun, but other than that, there's nothing else to it. It's fun, and then you get to the ending, and then you're like, what the fuck is that? And then it ends, and then you're like, okay, well, I wanted more of this, and I guess it's okay, but like, if you just want like an okay, fun movie, then okay, go ahead and watch it. But this is not what I expected them to do with it. And with that said, I'm going to give this film a B minus. Like I said, they could have done so much more. I didn't want to spoil anything, which is why I'm not really going in depth into why I feel this way. On a side note, they did do a really good job with the soundtrack. I felt like they pandered to the correct audience for this movie with the soundtrack and the certain sounds that they used in this. I do think they did a really good job with that because they knew their target audience and they really hit the nail on the head with that one. If you guys like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, maybe drop a comment. Tell me what you thought about this movie down below. I know a lot of people really enjoyed this one, but it just didn't land right for me, but that's okay. And definitely check out my Patreon if you haven't yet. It's only $2 a month. And I also just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my Patreon or my regular YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. And there's so much more content coming, so stick around. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you on the flip side.